Okay, let me see. Let me see. Learned that yesterday. And we in here. Yeah, we about to take a stroll, y'all. Just hold on.
Niggas been counting me out. I'm counting my bullets, I'm loading my clips. I'm writing down names, I'm making a list. I'm checking it twice and I'm getting them hit. The real ones been dying, the fake ones is lit. The game is off balance, I'm back on my shit. The Bentley is dirty, my sneakers is dirty, but that's how I like it. You all on my dick, I'm all in my bag. As hard as it get, I do not throw powder. I might take a sip, I might hit the blunt, but I'm liable to trip. I ain't popping no pill, but you do as you wish. I roll with some fiends, I love them to death. I got a few mil, but not all of them rich. What good is the bread if my niggas is broke? What good is first class if my niggas ain't shit? That's my next mission, that's why I can't quit. Just like LeBron, get my niggas more chips. Just put the rollie right back on my wrist. The watch came from Drizzy, he gave me a gift. Back when the rap game was praying, I guess. They act like two legends cannot coexist. But I never beef with a nigga for nothing. If I smoke a rapper, it's gonna be legit. It won't be for clout, it won't be for fame. It won't be cause my shit ain't selling the same. It won't be to sell you my latest, your sneakers. It won't be cause some niggas slid in my lane. Everything grows, it's destined to change. I love you little niggas, I'm glad that you came. I hope that you scrape every dollar you came. I hope you know money won't erase the pain. To the OGs, I'm thanking you now. I was watching you when you was paving the ground. I copied your cadence, I mirrored your style. I studied the greats, I'm the greatest right now. Fuck if you feel me, you ain't got a choice. I ain't do no promo, still made all that noise. This shit gon' be different, I set my intentions. I promise to slap all that hate out your voice. Niggas been counting me out, I'm counting my bullets, I'm loading my clips, I'm writing down names, I'm making a list, I'm checking it twice and I'm getting them hit. The real ones been dying, the fake ones is lit, the game is off balance, I'm back on my shit. The Bentley is dirty, my sneakers is dirty, but that's how I like it, you all on my dick. I just poured something in my cup. I've been wanting something I can feel. Promise I am never letting up.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Money in your phone make you rich.
I want to do this real quick first, though. I want to throw that in there real quick. Just cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like, just cuz. I'm going to give people about 2 more minutes to get in here and we're going to go.
Mogul and they know that. Logo on my flow map. Courtside Chamberlain throwback match my Rolex. Everywhere I go flex. Valet park on some low shit. Whole lot of smoke in that Rory, that thing post. Burning rubber. Wearing cameras, they was under covers. Under pressure, made statements turned on their brothers. Never judge you, but the streets will never love you. I wonder what it come to in your brain for you to run to. Once the haters, handcuffers and maces. Call us dumb niggas cause our culture is contagious. Third generation South Central gangbangers. I lived long enough to see it change. Think it's time we make arrangements.
Okay.
Finally wiggle out that maze.
Pause this.
Find me out in different places. And I spoke by.
Let me pause that. Mad love to everybody that's here. Y'all, I'm still out here in motherfucking Milwaukee. Truck fucked up in the game. So I'm out here, but it gives me time to come in here and fuck with y'all on some live shit, right? And it's better than being in my truck because it's not so loud and the connection's a whole lot better. So y'all let me know if everybody's able to hear everything cool. It is black and white. Y'all seen yesterday, I found out about these little filters. I found out about the little filter shit, so I like black and white better, so that's why the shit is in black and white for anybody. Okay, we got the black and white going, so ain't nothing wrong with y'all shit. Everything's cool. Everybody can hear. Mad love to everybody that's here. Y'all already know that first and foremost, I got to shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. I appreciate everybody that supports, everybody that's here fucking with me, everybody that's always showing love, everybody that supports and understands the message that I'm conveying, everybody who understands the mission I'm on. Hashtag motherfucking B123. We in here. Black first, second, and third. Fuck what you heard. All right. That's the team. That's how we doing it. Y'all, as you can see by the title, we gonna be dealing with some shit. Because I'm gonna tell you something that I've noticed a lot. And even when I listen to some of my favorite orators, some of my favorite scholars, Black knowledge, what I hear a lot when they're referring to racism is they say the white man. They say the white man. The white man, the white man, the white man. And this is something that they have been saying, not knocking them for saying it, but I have to add the white man's motherfucking teammate and his mama. So some of you are familiar with how I use this terminology. I say the white man and his mama. And I feel like it is, you know, I'm going to take it upon myself to bring this cave dwelling hoe down to the motherfucking, to the motherfucking chopping block. And we going to deal with her. And I don't think we deal with her enough. Even as, as we talk about white supremacy, talk about everything that's going on out here. The only time we hear about this bitch is if she is trying to look black or she done drugged some coon ass nigga off to the caves. All right. So, that's the only time we hear about her, but she's played a much more significant role in white supremacy, in the ideology, outside of raising these motherfuckers in these caves. Outside of raising them, she's done a lot of fucked up shit. And I feel like we put a lot of focus on the white man. And we need to deal with his motherfucking mama. All right? We got to deal with her. It ain't about her getting a tan or getting her ass done or getting some lips or, having these motherfucking, getting some braids or something like that. That bitch been out here doing business, doing work against our people. And I think that a lot of times it has allowed black people to kind of, even if we are so-called side-eyeing the white man, we think his mama is cool. So that opens up a certain level of trust that people will have in this bitch. And I'm here to fix all of that. I'm going to balance the motherfucking scales. So this is the work we're going to do over here. All right? This is the work we're going to do over here. We understand the role that she played in slavery. We know what this cave dwelling hoe was doing. Some of you may have caught the show where when I started this, where I talked about how much life black people give white women, how much trust we have in them. I learned this from Joy DeGruer. She talked about the Casual Killing Act. She talked about that. If you don't know anything about that, this is basically where white people came out and made a law, made it just to kill black children, slaves, as long as you were reprimanding them for some type of behavior. So basically, as long as it was in a punishment form, you could murder. And this is something that was done for the cave-dwelling white hoe, the DOC, the mother of the DOC. This was done for her because she was beating black children to death. So we already have that. We understand the role that this white bitch has played historically, because what we normally do is we'll look at, let's say somebody was to sick a dog on you, right? Now you may have an issue with that dog. You may hate the motherfucking dog. You're gonna try to kill that dog. But the motherfucker who sicked the dog on you, they have to be held to account too. So once you get through killing the dog, you have to go try to put your hands around the neck of the motherfucker who sicked the dog on you. And that's what the cave-dwelling white hoe has done. We look at the white man. We look at, him being, lynching our people, brutalizing our people. But we don't look at the motherfucker who sicked them on us. You see? And this is how the white bitch has been able to get away with this shit. The cave hoe. So we're going to take a trip. We're going to take a stroll through the cave. Some of y'all have been, if you follow my video channel, I told y'all I was going to, we was going to start taking a stroll through these motherfucking caves. We're going to take a stroll through these caves, expose these motherfuckers. I done told y'all it's dark in the caves. All right? We talked about this. It's dark in the caves. Y'all stay close. All right? This is from me to you. We're going to join hands, and we're going to take a stroll through this motherfucker. I'm going to be talking about some things that I had posted. I'm going to try to show you guys what I'm talking about as I'm talking about it. This is something I just learned about the other day, but it bears right into exactly what we're going to be talking about here. And we're going to walk through this thing together. I don't know if you're able to see that clearly because of the glare, but as you can see, okay, that's a little better. As you can see, it says the Groveland Four have been honored with a monument following their pardon in 1949 rape. Now, I'm going to read through this. We already see the headline. They're going to give a monument because they like to do shit like this, symbolic shit about pardoning, black men, years and years later. I'm going to read through this. I'm going to read through this article, and this is why this bitch has to be dealt with, because of her. At her hands, this type of shit has happened historically, and we're continuing to ignore her and let her smile her way into our motherfucking heart, or let her say, well, no, it's them, it ain't us. We innocent in this shit. No, not at all. So, says here, on Friday, Republican Governor Rick DeSantis honored 4 men known as the Groveland Four with a monument following a pardon last year. First of all, fuck the monument. Fuck the monument, because these things are still happening. So fuck that goddamn monument. First of all, we're going to do that. Says Charles Greenlee, Walter Irving, Samuel Shepard, and Ernest Thomas were all accused of raping a 17-year-old Norma Paget and attacking her husband in Groveland, Florida in 1949. All right. This is 17-year-old white bitch, claiming she done got raped, and she said they raped her and attacked her husband. They was married as young as 17. They're still doing it. Some of y'all pay attention to that as well. Says Irving, Shepard, and Greenlee were arrested and brutally beaten while in custody. 2 of the 3 men were coerced to confess, though Irving refused. Meanwhile, Thomas was killed before he could be arrested. He was taken and lynched by an angry mob who was led by the Lake County Sheriff, Willius McCall. Y'all see? So what happened here, because we see that they've been pardoned. So the bitch was lying to begin with. Her and her motherfucking cave dwelling ass husband were lying. So you got a cave hoe, and you have her motherfucking son, essentially. Her husband, but still her son, essentially. They coerced these. Hold on, let me get this shit the fuck off the screen. Like, what? Nobody give a fuck about all this. They coerced you, and you've seen this. You saw this when you watched the Central Park, the story of Central Park 5. These fucking cops, 3Ks, don't get this shit fucked up. Go in there yelling at black, black children, black men, black people in general. They'll go in there yelling, and then they'll try to get black people to admit to crimes they didn't actually do. This is something that happens. And there was a lynching that took place, and this was led by a sheriff. So this is what, when you talk about when you're talking about these cops, 3Ks, don't get this shit fucked up, you have to understand that this is their history. This is what they do. This is the sheriff. This is the sheriff. So this is what they do. Said the three men were convicted by an all-white jury, and both Shepard and Irving were sentenced to death. However, Greenlee was sentenced to life since he was 16 at the time. So you have a cave-dwelling white hoe and her sons. When she sent the mob to these black boys. That's what she did. That's what she did. Said during Friday's event, DeSantis called the conviction of the four a miscarriage of justice. It's called murder, motherfucker. That's what that's called. It's called murder. When you sentence in, because again, they like to use softer words. You sentence an innocent black man, woman to or child to life. That's murder. You took their life away from them. That's what it is. It's not a miscarriage of justice. That's murder. And then one of them, again, they beat him while they were in custody, and they full-blown lynched one. That's murder. All of that is murder. Every bit of that is murder. Every bit of it. The memorial located in Tavares, Florida, outlines the crimes committed against the young men by the justice system. Murder. While the three men who were sentenced all have passed away, their families were present for the dedication. It says here, and I quote, this is a quote from the family: "I think we haven't reached the end of the road, but we have come a long way." This is how they get black folk to talk. We haven't come a long way. I don't know what people be talking about. Said Carol Greenlee, the daughter of Charles Greenlee, who was present at the monument ceremony. Her father was just 16 years old when an all-right white jury sentenced him to life in prison. We have not come a long way. Says, give me hope that we will make the final push for exoneration, Greenlee added. Because they didn't exonerate him. They pardoned them. That's not the same thing as an exoneration. A pardon is not the same thing as an exoneration. Because these were innocent black boys who were accused of a crime. And this was all led by the cave-dwelling white hoe. This is what she did. This is how she has conducted herself throughout history. This is what she's done. So we have to understand that. And she's been able to get away with doing this and able to gain our trust as we, as people, focusing on the white man. But we're not focusing on the motherfucker that's sicking that dog on us. You see what I'm saying? This is why this bitch must be dealt with. And I'm going to deal with her way more because I think that, again, it leads us to believe that somehow she doesn't really have, any part in this bullshit that's going on out here. These bitches is racist as fuck. Racist as fuck. Let me take y'all to this another instance. Another instance right here. I'll hold this close so you guys can see. I'm gonna see, hold on. The camera's over here. I always get that fucked up. I always be looking right and then the camera's over here to the left. Says just in the House of Representatives, overwhelmingly passed the Emmett Till Anti-lynching Act, voting 410 to 4. Hold on, I'm having to read it backwards. It says the bill makes lynching a hate crime under federal law, the first time in U.S. history. Now, this is so-called 2020. And when I saw this, I said, that's it. I don't get excited. That's not my thing to do. When I see bullshit, I don't sit around here and get excited because Emmett Till, another, and I think, I forget the cave-dwelling white hoe that came out and said that she lied on Emmett Till. Full blown. Got him murdered, sicked her dogs, because that's what we got to look at this white hoe as. She sicked her dogs on Emmett Till. And he was beaten, lynched, murdered for nothing. This is what happened to Emmett Till. Somebody, okay, Carol and Brian, I appreciate y'all to keep up with these cave-dwelling hoes' names. I'm not going to call her Carolyn Bryant, but we know her name is Carolyn Bryant. Cave-dwelling white hoe. These are the white bitches that black men have decided are better than black women. We're going to deal more into, we're going to dig into that here a little bit more here in a second, because I got another story for us. These are the white bitches that convinced black women that they could be trusted. These same bitches. This white hoe that, lied on Emmett Till, came out and said she was lying. Nothing happened to her. This justice system didn't seek to do anything, and she got somebody murdered. Now we have to look at the fact that when they go all these years and they'll prosecute a black man for something, black woman for something, they could have done it a long time ago. We've seen that here. They let her come out and confess to lying, and they ain't did shit to this hoe. So as I continue to bang on this system, because I see what it's doing, I'm going to continue to bang, you see, because I see them doing this shit, and they always have done this shit. But they just now passed the Anti-Lynching Act, making it a federal hate crime under federal law. Now, the problem with this that I have, we understand the white hoe's role in this, because a lot of lynchings of black men were the white hoe pointing and sending her dogs, her sons, her uncles, her fathers. That's what she did. That's what she's always done. And y'all love these hoes. Y'all pardon these hoes. Because we only see the motherfuckers that doing the lynching, not the bitch that pointed over there to send them over there. Because it ain't like these white hoes were like, no, don't do that. Or no, they are gassing these motherfuckers up. Making them a meal. They playing their little music at the house. You know, they got their little bluegrass, get the banjo out. They get their little hype music going. This bitch is making goddamn lemonade and shit for them. She feeding them, making sure they good, ready, and strong. She is in there with them as they doing their little hype, whatever little hype ceremony they do. All up in the motherfucking caves. She in the caves getting them hype. But when they go out there, she may not be directly with him, or she may just be the one in the front pointing, but nobody sees her. Then she gets to fade to the back. When she points, the mob come out this way, she fades to the back. And this bitch gets away. Now we understand how laws work. A law is only good as its enforcement. And we know every time they find a black man or woman lynched or child lynched, they rule it a suicide. That's what they do. The coroner comes in, rules it a suicide. So who the fuck, what does it matter them making it a hate crime if nobody's ever investigated, if they rule every one of them a suicide? So what the fuck does it even matter? That's why when I saw this shit, I say, doesn't matter. It's always a suicide. Who the fuck went to prison? A white man or a woman went to prison for lynching. Where? When? When did this take place? So what the fuck does it matter? And who were the 4 motherfuckers that voted against? Probably the cave-dwelling hoe's sons. I'm guaranteeing it. Her sons voted against. They don't want lynching to be a hate crime. Again, it doesn't really matter because they're not going to enforce this shit because nobody is ever charged with lynching anybody anyway. So what does it even fucking matter? Another white hoe got a black man killed. Black men still run around wanting to lay up with these hoes. Walking through the caves with these hoes. They don't fully understand. Because we've convinced our people that it's just the white man. I would argue that it's his motherfucking mama too. Let's continue. Got a story coming out of Florida. We got a story coming out of Florida. And this is for the black men who sit around and say that the black woman's attitude is too heavy. Right? The black woman's attitude is too much. They run to the caves for a softer, more feminine bitch. It's what they tell us, right? This is what these black men who decide to lay in the motherfucking caves, suffering from vitamin D deficiency, in these dark ass motherfucking caves, this is the argument that they give. Black women's attitude is too much. I can't deal with it. That's what they say, right? And these white hoes are better than black women. That's what they say. White hoes don't act up. Y'all see that? Let me see if I can. Let's scoot it over a little. Says Winter Park woman, cave dwelling white hoe is what they meant to write, but you know, sometimes you got proofread for these motherfuckers. Y'all know how it is. Winter Park woman zipped up boyfriend in suitcase, let him die. Let's run through this story, right? Because again, these are the women that black men will say they would rather run to the motherfucking caves. That's what they would rather do. Says here, according to the arrest affidavit from the Orange County Sheriff's Office, deputies responded to an apartment on the 4700 block of France Lane in Winter Park around 1 p.m. Monday after receiving a call from a woman saying that her boyfriend was dead. The caller, later identified as Boone, told detectives she and Torres had been playing a game of hide and seek. She and Torres had been playing a game of hide and seek Sunday and thought it would be funny if Torres got into a suitcase in the living room. She said he did, and Boone zipped it up. Hide and seek now, grown as hell. This woman's 42. Fuck you, man. What your motherfucker would tell me? Let's play hide and seek. I'm 42 years old, bitch. Go sit down. Come play the game or something. Some 2K or something. I ain't about to let them play hide and seek with your motherfucking ass. You crazy as hell. She told detectives she and Torres had been drinking alcohol throughout the evening, and she went upstairs and passed out in her bed. Boone said she woke up to the sound of her cell phone ringing around 11 a.m. the next day. When she didn't see Torres in the apartment, she said she realized he might be in the suitcase. Bitch, you never let him out. She told detectives she unzipped the suitcase and found Torres unresponsive and not breathing. She then called 911. Detectives arrived to find Torres' body lying near the front door of the residence next to a blue suitcase. A small laceration was visible on his lip and what appeared to be bruising around one of his eyes. But after receiving permission to search Boone's phone, investors found 2 videos that gave them reason to doubt Boone's account. Bitch, you ain't even have sense enough to clean your phone out. You trying to get away with murder, and you ain't even have sense enough to. Says investigators found 2 videos that gave them reason to doubt Boone's account. On one, Torres can be heard yelling Boone's name. Boone responds, "For everything you've done to me." Torres tells Boone, I can't fucking breathe, he says. Seriously? Boone replies, yeah, that's what you do when you choke me. Torres continues to tell Boone he cannot breathe. That's on you, she says. Oh, that's what I feel like when you cheat on me. So basically, she felt some type of way. She done put this little nigga, it sounds like he sounds like he might be a little cave nigga. I don't know. His last name is Torres. He could be some type of, so-called Hispanic or some shit. I don't really know. But she done put this motherfucker inside of a suitcase and not let him out. He be choking her out, apparently, and cheating on her. Black men say that these white hoes in these caves, they don't conduct themselves like that. When their feelings get hurt, they don't do anything. And I've been telling black men that these bitches will kill you. They may not, be as theatrical or dramatic sometime with their anger, but they will kill you. What the fuck do you niggas be talking about? What do y'all be talking about? And this bitch done let him go through her phone and find these videos. These are the white hoes that y'all put up over black women. These are the white hoes that y'all tell me have better, essentially better character makeup than black women do. How the fuck do y'all get away with saying this ass shit? And you say it and you don't even understand what you're saying because you've done no research. Yes, she happy when she happy. Like these motherfuckers dumb as hell. Black women happy when they happy. A white bitch gonna be happy when she's happy. But if you keep fucking around, you keep playing games, that bitch will kill you. Because they're arrogant enough to believe they can get off, especially with you being a black man. Especially in that situation, with you being a black man. Because had this been a black man she did this to, the cops wouldn't even ask for a phone. They're like, oh shit. All right. Makes sense. He did get in the suitcase. That's crazy as hell. I don't know what the fuck going on around here. And they would have moved on. And this bitch dumb as hell any goddamn way. How you gonna come up with a story like that and you know damn well you didn't record a video of him screaming your name out and you don't think they're gonna confiscate your phone? Black men want to tell me that life is better in the caves. That's what they want me to believe. Life is better in the caves, right? These bitches love us in these caves. This bitch in these caves is better than black women. She don't never get mad. She don't got no attitude. No, them bitches killing you. I think I can deal with a little attitude before I deal with being murdered. I mean, if we're weighing shit out. If we're weighing this thing out. You think I'm gonna be drugged down in the cave, murdered, versus dealing with maybe a little yap from a black woman? I can deal with that. I know what to do. A little attitude, maybe a little nerve wracking. These white hoes is killing people. But this goes into this cave dwelling hoe being able to convince everybody that she's some type of innocent hoe just because she smiled. The white hoe learned how to smile a long time ago. She learned how to smile. She learned that. You know, a lot of times that people will say to black women, well, y'all need to smile more. The white hoe learned how to smile and still be a psychotic bitch. Black women wear their feelings on their face a little bit more. The white hoe, she'll smile at you. Y'all be here when you get home, honey. You know, they'll do the whole thing with you. Yeah. See you later, baby. And they're going to set the whole house up for your ass to be murdered when you get in the house. Yeah. Run your bath before you come push your goddamn radio on that motherfucker. They learned how to smile a long time ago. They learned that with the white man because the white man been treating them like they ain't worth a damn a long time ago. They've been doing that. The white hoe learned how to smile through all that. Through getting her ass beat. She learned I can't look mad because this motherfucker gonna be suspicious if I look mad. So what she learned was to take that ass whooping, get her ass whooped over and over and over again, be mistreated, be raped, and everything like that. Go through all of that. She learned how to smile. Well, I'll just put rat poison in his oatmeal every morning. I'll do it that way. I'll be creative. A little cyanide here and there, a little mercury, you know. I'll be creative. I'll figure this thing out, but I'm going to smile through the whole thing. You see. And these are the women that y'all want to tell me are better, have better attitudes than black women. You see what I'm saying? These bitches have been this way the entire time. They have never had black people's best interests at heart. Not once. But they have been able to smile and convince us to trust them. Same way they convince they men to trust them, that's how they murder them. Same way they convince black men to trust them, that's how they get them fucked up ass situations. Same with black women. I mean, they smile long enough, we trust them. Our people will just trust them because the white hoe, she an innocent bitch. She ain't, you know, she's no threat, really. She's not strong enough to be a threat. I think we see her as kind of weak. So she's not strong enough to be a threat. But this the one sicking the dogs. This the one murdering motherfuckers and get away with it. That's how this is working. This is what they do, especially if you're black. Now, a white hoe may not get away with murdering a white man because this is his justice system, so he's going to make sure that he protects himself the best. But if it's you as a black man, they can murder you and it's nothing. That's how it is. Y'all can watch any amount of episodes of Snapped if you want to. It'll show you these bitches. They get mad at their little white husbands. And there's something that's telling even, you know, as we have women going over to deal with white men, somebody is putting out some propaganda. These white men are the shit. They don't never do anything. They don't do anything wrong. They don't commit adultery. They don't cheat. They don't do anything. But these white hoes be mad about something, don't they? Now, a lot of these white hoes is crazy. They just want some insurance money or something like that. But these white men be running these hoes down. Be running these hoes all the way down through there. These hoes get mad. And they'll fuck around and kill these motherfuckers. Or find a slick way to do it. They can't just do it right, full blown. These white men be beating these women's ass and everything. They've been beating their women's ass the whole time. How are we letting these cave-dwelling ass white hoes get away with this? How are we allowing that? We're allowing them to get away with this shit as we continue to trust them. And the only time we mad at them is if they got braids, a tan, and then went and got an ass injection or two. Then got some lip injections. It's the only time this hoe gets any of our attention. We got to do better than that. I mean, I'm going to be doing it over here. I done told y'all what we doing over here. We going to get it in over here on these white hoes. We going to take trips and strolls through these motherfucking caves. We going to go in here and see what the fuck going on. This is what we going to do. I'm tired of letting this bitch get away with this shit. These bitches are in high-ranking positions, whether it be institutions. They've been placed there. These bitches are make up most of the fucking teachers in the school systems. These bitches get to get scot-free. They get to get off. And I'm tired of it. Personally, I'm tired of this shit. I'm not going to take my eyes off of them. I think that's why we trust them so much. Because we're not looking at this hoe for what she is. A calculated, vindictive, manipulative, racist ass cave dwelling hoe. And they envy the fuck out of black women. A lot of envy there, even if they're your friend. I've had, I've had black women who have befriended white women. And you'll find that these hoes are doing things behind the scenes just to fuck with a black woman. I remember, what was the story recently? There was a girl that was in a dorm room with a white hoe. And I feel sorry for kids that got to share dorm rooms with white hoes or black girls. I feel sorry for them. But the white hoe started doing something to her toothbrush and all types of crazy ass shit. Because they're racist as fuck. I mean, quite frankly, they just been able to hide theirs. They do fucked up ass shit to sabotage you, black woman, even if she's your friend. They do fucked up ass shit to sabotage you. They act like that because they envy you, especially if you're attractive. Now, they'll deal with befriending a, fat, out of shape, maybe, but a bad black woman, no. Mm-mm. No, that right there makes them hoes uncomfortable because they know that you gonna have that black woman gonna have the black men checking for her and her sons too, because them white men they gonna break weak too, because that's just how beautiful black women are. She can't keep up. That white hoe can't keep up. They can't keep up with a black woman. They just can't. That's why they feel that hate inside them. They can't keep up. They can't dance worth a damn. They don't got no soul, no rhythm. Asses really don't be there like that. Black woman got that body, got that rhythm, got that, that spunk to them, that soul. They can't compete. So this bitch is in the shadows the whole time. And that hate gonna fester. And she gonna sabotage. That's just how it is. Because can't nobody fuck with black women. Period. And these white hoes be jealous as fuck. They always have been jealous. They've been jealous since the plantation. And I done told y'all this shit. Because they couldn't even keep the white man, they couldn't even keep him in line on a plantation. No matter how much they dehumanized us, dehumanized our people, dehumanized our women. No matter what was said, that motherfucker was still out there raping black female and male slaves, raping black men and women. They couldn't keep him out of there. That white hoe was angry, mad. She's been vindictive the whole time because she thought, here you have what they would call him primitive, savage. But your husband is sitting around raping him. How do you psychologically deal with that? You supposed to be the best bitch in the world. Now we know you're not, but your psychology would make you believe that you are. You able to bathe whenever you want to, even though we know y'all hoes don't. Truth be told, right? We know y'all hoes don't bathe like that. We know y'all don't. But you were able to clean yourself up and all this shit. And you still couldn't compete. I know you mad. I mean, I know that's probably drove these bitches crazy. No matter what, they ain't no competition. Not saying it's a badge of honor. Not saying it's a badge of honor that these, cave dwelling ass DOC, cave dwelling ass men were raping black slaves, black females, and male slaves. Not saying that's a badge of honor, but it shows where the jealousy, where it came from. They couldn't do shit, so they would try to mistreat certain slaves. The white woman would try to beat certain slaves, and then with the white man raping and impregnating, then once they gave birth to those children, they were beating those kids to death because they knew what it was. They knew what it was. This is where the jealousy, they ain't never been able to hold shit or have shit on black women. Never. Never. They couldn't even keep their own husband in check. And that's where that hate comes from. So when I see black women who do trust, and I've talked to many women who trust these white hoes, and these white hoes end up being vindictive and jealous, and just jealous of your essence. You don't even have to do anything directly to them. They're just jealous. Deep down inside. That's who they are. That's why they, whenever they do find them a coon that'll fuck with them, what them and the coon bond on, their bonding is them typically, them both having negative ideas, negative opinions, negative perceptions of black women. So you'll have these cave dwelling ass coons talk all that shit about black women. You'll have a white woman come in, she'll talk all that shit about black women, they'll bond on that. And that black man, this coon motherfucker, will fuck around and think he done found his goddamn soulmate. And all she's done is be a racist, but long as it's not towards you directly, long as it's towards your women, your mothers, you dumbass niggas. Long as she racist towards your mama now, you cool. You think everything's okay. Long as she racist towards your sisters, your aunts, your grandma, your daughters, long as she's racist towards them, you niggas believe that she love you. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? This white hoe, she been able to get out here and do work. And you motherfuckers ain't even paying attention. How she gonna love you but hate where you came from? Hate the womb you came from? How? How is that possible? How do you feel good about that? Well, this cave-dwelling white hoe is talking shit about your woman, and that's what y'all bond on. This is problematic. Problematic. And this white hoe has been able to just glide through, move through here, and all we focus on is her son. Not her, who taught him these values, who taught him racism, who taught him to be oppressive, who taught him to be violent, volatile. She was the one gassing him up. Y'all talk about cheerleaders. If you look at the cheerleaders of a team, we can even use for some of you who watch sports. Cheerleaders of a team. If they are condoning this behavior, they're bigging it up. Right on. How you lead them hoes out? They're the cheerleaders. They were in the KKK too. Still are. They're in high positions. Denying you business loans. Still getting you murdered. All they gotta do is point at you and cry. Still, to this day. They're sending lynch mobs after you. Y'all done gave them cute little names now, which I am against completely. The barbecue, Becky's, and all this stupid shit y'all say these motherfuckers is calling. They may not call their daddy right now. But they'll get on there. They'll get right online. So now they sending the other mob. They sending the cops out here. 3Ks gonna get this shit fucked up to do their bidding. It's the same thing. They're hoping they come kill you. They're hoping that he comes and kills you. That's what they want. They don't want him to tell you to go away. They hoping that those cops come and kill you. And that's what they're doing. You see. And y'all want to tell me these racist bitches are better than black women. You better off with them. You have you some mixed kids. they're better off because at least they're not black like you, because you have to be a self-hater to deal with a cave-dwelling white hoe. A lot of the darker-skinned black men, they don't want no, they don't want no remnants of their skin tone. They don't see no beauty in their skin tone. So then you have this mental problem. I'm going to get to y'all's comments. I haven't been reading y'all's comments, but I'm going to get to y'all's comments here in a second. But I do want to say that I'm going to be leading a campaign to tarnish the white bitch's name. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to use propaganda. I'm only going to use motherfucking facts. I'm only going to use history to do it. I'm going to use the news that comes out about them to do it. I'm going to do that work. I'm going to tarnish this hoe's name. And in hopes that we'll start paying this bitch some attention. In hopes that, people will see everything that this bitch is. She's not an innocent bystander to this shit. When they came back from lynching black men, she was there, had him a nice home-cooked meal and everything. She was preparing the meal. She was preparing the celebration for these motherfuckers. She was hyped right there with him. I'll be showing you images of these white hoes. Historically. These will be historical, nothing propagandized, nothing made up. I'm going to tarnish these hoes' image. Now, that may cause a problem. They may fuck around and try to shut my channel down again. I don't know. But I'm going to do the work. Because I don't think she gets enough attention. Not from black men, black women. Nobody pays this hoe enough attention. And she's been a goddamn diabolical savage the whole time. And nobody's paying her any attention. She just get to move around here. And only when she's being accused of cultural appropriation will she get any attention. And that's not enough. Because she out here getting us killed. You see. So, we gonna deal with that. Let me get to y'all's comments, though. If anybody, Matt left everybody, y'all, click that like button if you're vibing with me. Right now, we got to get into the algorithm. So, even as I'm exposing these cave-dwelling white holes, even as we gonna walk through these motherfucking caves and see what the fuck going on down off in there, I want to at least be able to be up in the algorithm so I can, get me some, so I can be on somebody's recommendations. Maybe get me a little recommendation or something like that. So y'all click that like button. If you're not subscribed to me already, subscribe. I really would appreciate that. And, so we can get this word out, because I'm going to do this work. Because I don't see nobody doing this work. I don't see anybody doing this work. So. Some of y'all think that's funny. What's up, Miss Murphy? What's up, Gina? What is up? Yeah, we're going to take a walk through these caves, Kia. We have to. We got to take a walk through here because, again, we keep walking past the caves. And, again, the people that's in there, we trusted them too much. And I can't deal with that shit. Mad love to you, Stevie Wonders. Says, Rob, we're feeling you here in the UK. Mad love to you. A lot of racist cave-dwelling white holes out there in the UK. I do know that. Happy Nappy says, I absolutely loathe the fact that these demon white hoes teaching our babies in schools. Well, as parents, what we have to do is, regardless, it doesn't matter who's our kids, we have to do the work. We got to do the work. You see what I'm saying? As well. We have to do the work. As well. I understand if you have to have your children in public schools, but the only way to balance that out is you have to do the work. You have to do that work yourself. You got to balance that shit out. Make sure they don't see them as God, because a lot of times, even if you look at the psychology, as you're coming through school, when you have a white hoe being the one that's grading you, checking you, complimenting you, reprimanding you, they assume a status in your mind, even subconsciously, that you have to prove yourself to them constantly. That's even on a subconscious level. A lot of us, We don't even realize the subconscious programming that's going on here based on the fact that we've had so many white teachers. We don't even see that. But when you look at it, you see the process, your checks, your minuses, your happy faces, your sad faces, your letters home, you're being judged by white motherfuckers the whole time, typically a random ass cave dwelling white hoe. In that, you'll gain trust for them. You'll want to gain their acceptance. But you got to balance that out as a parent at the house. You got to do that work. You got to work doubly hard because you're black. You can't be lazy about it. You can't get off work and be too tired to do this work, to make sure your child understands what's going on. That way, their minds aren't in the caves, trying to please the caves. We have to do that. And we don't realize it a lot of times. It's not enough to just, for us to just say, well, white folk racist. We got to show the psychology, show the breakdown of this shit, because that's who you're being graded by your whole life. And you spend your whole adult life still trying to impress white hoes. Still. Typically, if you're going to have white teachers, the principal going to be a white man. You spend all your time trying to impress these people, to prove yourself to them, to prove your worth to them. And we don't even think about it. And subconsciously, because I had to look at it subconsciously within myself. And that's where it comes from. You see, we have to deal with that. We got to do that work. Mad love, liberate my people for putting some tithes and offerings on the motherfucking books. Mad love to you, brother. I appreciate it. But we do have to do that work. I don't think we pay attention to that enough. All of us go through that. Typically, if we've been in the public school system, all of us went through that, and it comes out in our behaviors as adults. We don't even see how it plays out sometimes. So as you changing your voice to talk to white people, as you trying to prove yourself to white people, and it may not be something that you're doing consciously, but subconsciously you're still doing it, but it came from the fact that them motherfuckers been grading you all your life. All your life. What's up, C? S. Wiseman, no, that's not going to happen. It says, imagine a predominantly white school with mostly black teachers. Ain't going to happen, never. It's not going to happen. White people wouldn't allow that. They'll move. They'll get the fuck up out of there. You talk about some white flight, them motherfuckers will get the fuck up out of there if that shit happen. They don't. They will be the fuck up out of there. Sunnyside 1984 says, we act like white women are victims because white men attack them too. Well, that's because these bitches are insufficient teachers. That's why they needed black women to sustain their kids' life, because they can't. Clearly, they tool the leech. I don't understand that clearly they tool the leech, but the rest of it, you're most definitely you're absolutely right about. I mean, black women were the ones raising their fucking kids, because these are lazy hoes. They're not good mothers. So that's why another thing, when black men try to put these white cave dwelling bitches up on a pedestal, they're not better in any area than black women. I don't even know what these motherfuckers be talking about. Even as mothers, these bitches they don't even raise their own kids. They're not even raising their own kids. They're too lazy to raise their own fucking kids. Mad love to use social visual for the tithes and offerings. Says, your work is appreciated, brother. Stay up. I most definitely will. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Cynthia G says, let's see what we got. Black people shouldn't allow white people to teach their children. They do have a choice. That's tough. That's tough. Because there isn't places with black teachers. I guess you can move your kid to somewhere where they have all black teachers, or you can homeschool your children. A lot of people turn to homeschooling, but everybody's not going to do that. So I think it's an unrealistic standard to say that everybody can just sit at home and raise their kids, because it's tough out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, my kids are, in public schools, and we still got black power, black pride. We still don't look up to white people. We still don't allow white people to validate us. So the work can be done. But I mean, if you can homeschool. But I think that's, for all of us to be able to homeschool would take some amount of wealth that we don't have, as we even have the conversation about reparations and the wealth gap and things like that. Everybody's not able to do that. Everybody not able to just sit at home and teach their own children. It is a good alternative, most definitely the best alternative, but everybody's not able to do that. So, as parents, I think we have to put in that work. We have to put in that work to balance it out if your kids are going to be in public schools. It's just that Black people a lot of times are too tired, or we're on our phones, or we're watching some dumbass fucking shows and shit like that. We're occupying our time doing too much other shit. Nubian Khaleesi says, I had my first Black teacher until college. Estimate shortest for real. I had Black teachers in high school. Let me think. I had Black teachers in high school. I had Black teachers in elementary school as well. I even had a Black principal before. But most of my teachers were white folk. Most of them was. I've had some, sprinkled through here and there. But most of them was white folk in the caves. Goddess Ayana says, facts. I homeschool when I can, but I'm not able to all the time. It's tough. It's tough, man. S. Wiseman says, homeschooling doesn't take wealth. It takes sacrifice and support. Well, I don't know. I mean, everybody has their own opinion. I disagree. I'm not trying to knock homeschooling, but I think for us to be sitting here acting like bills pay themselves is unrealistic. For us to act like that somehow, we gonna have somebody come in and sponsor us is also unrealistic. But I mean, I'm not knocking homeschool. Do whatever the fuck you do, but I have to be realistic about life. I live in this life. I'm raising kids with Black pride. They have some white teachers as well. Not all of them necessarily white, but I know it can be done either way. Because just because you homeschool your kid, I know some kids is homeschooled, they're still coons. So just because you're homeschooling your kid doesn't mean that they're going to have Black pride either. So, there are several different scenarios and alternatives. I can homeschool it, but we can't just act like, I don't feel like we can act like everybody can just do it. I just don't know about that. Social Visual say you had no Black teachers past the 8th grade. It's tough. Deborah says it takes a village to raise our children. Well, you got to get Black people to think like a village first. I don't believe we don't think like a village. That's a nice saying. I mean, we say it a lot, but Black people don't think like that. Black people are the most individualistic people on the planet. The most individualistic people on the planet. So, we got to think like a village first before it can take a village to raise our kids. We got to get back to that mindset. We don't have that mindset no more. Hell, you got the Black man and woman, all they do is fight. That's it, fight and argue. That's all we want to sit around and do. Black people don't want to work together. We want to be in competition with one another. And we got to get back to that mindset first. And I think if we get back to that mindset, then we can see great change. We can see a great change in our children, in our communities. Okay, S. Wiseman. S. Wiseman says I homeschool too, and I'm single and work full time. Then you need to be right. I mean, that's I respect it. I'm not knocking it. I don't want y'all to think I'm knocking homeschooling. Like, I'm just being realistic. That's all I'm doing. I'm not knocking anybody in the way anybody does anything. Do whatever it is you do. It's just I'm just being the voice for people who can't do that, who don't have the ability to do that, to just homeschool. MG What is MGTOW? What are you doing in here? Got a MGTOW in here. What you doing in here? But says, yeah, I'm struggling with being on the road, leaving my daughters to be with their mom during the week until I get back on the weekend. I mean, I'm sure that is a struggle. I'm sure that is a struggle, especially considering what lessons the moms are putting into your children. I'm sure that can be a struggle. I'm sure that can be a struggle. Right. Nubi and Khaleesi, that's most definitely right. Says if you can't homeschool, take time on weekends or where possible to teach your kids. That helps. It most definitely helps. That's everything. That's everything. All you gotta do is give them that mindset. That's all it is. You give them a certain mindset, and our kids are can survive really in a lot of situations if we give them that mindset. But if you got black parents who are working at a 99% coon rate, because this is where I got us, we are at a 99% global coon rate. So you if you're not giving your kid nothing but you know uh Jesus dances, we teach them materialism, celebrity worship. If that's all they're getting, then that's not the fault of the white man and his mama. I'm not gonna put that on them. So we gonna come hold these bitches to task, but I'm not gonna put everything on the white man and his mama. That's not what I'm into. Because I know I see us do this, and nobody's around making us do it. That's just what we choose. We choose to raise our children that way. We're raising the beat just like we are. We raising 99%, gonna raise the other 99%. And it's gonna be that 1% sitting out here trying their best to deal with the reality where 99% of black people are on some bullshit. 99% of black people are on some complete and utter bullshit at all times. And you're having to convince them to love themselves, convince them to care about black issues. That's the work. That's the work that we're having to do. Most definitely. Happy Nappy says suggestions on what we should be teaching black children, please. Black pride. I think that we should give our kids, because society's gonna teach your kid that they ain't worth a fuck. They ain't shit. They're criminals. The women ain't worth a fuck. The men aren't worth a fuck. Society's gonna teach them that we are less than. It is our job to teach our kids to have pride. And then you do this by showing them, not only just telling them, but being that example of that black pride, making sure they understand as they're taking in propaganda, because a lot of our kids are going to watch TV, they're going to listen to certain type of music. Make sure that you explain these things to them. Don't just don't just give your kid a phone and you go get on your phone and y'all both on your phone. That's kind of what we're doing right now. Since we're past the age, it used to be us sitting kids in front of TVs. Now we just get kids' phones and we go away. And we allow them to be adjusted to, or allow them to get these mentalities just on their phone. If you're going to do that, you need to break down the propaganda so your child understands. That way their subconscious mind is strong, because our conscious mind, we kind of forget about our subconscious mind a lot of times. As we're raising our children, we allow them to have an inferiority complex developed in them. Stop teaching your kids Jesus. Stop doing that shit, in my opinion. You could instill pride there, where we teaching them certain things as far as how to conduct themselves within a religion, where I feel as though we should be teaching them pride and codes and self-love, teach them how to love their motherfucking hair, loving their motherfucking skin, loving their women, teach them to value protecting each other. And this is both men and women. I don't give a damn. I mean, we know that the men's role is to protect women. Well, sometimes it's 2 women. Sometimes it's 3 women. And you need to teach those women to stick together, because a lot of times, we even within ourselves, we'll be vindictive. We have these ideas that we're in competition with other black people, but that's because ain't nobody told us that our competition is not our own people. Our competition is the white man and his mom. You see what I'm saying? That's our competition. So, you can teach your kids these things. Teach your kids not to make fun of other black kids. I talk about this here all the time. I've done whole live streams talking about all this shit. Teach your kids not to make fun of other black people, especially when we're dealing with social economic status. How you, as a black child, laughing at somebody else is poor? That doesn't make any sense, because they don't have on certain name brands. That doesn't make any sense. We got kids that are laughing at kids for being dark-skinned. This is what we doing? These are our kids. So we could curb this behavior. We just don't care about curbing this behavior. We just send them out here. That's what we do to our kids. We send them out here into this world, and we don't do a goddamn thing to try to balance out. We could be teaching all these prides and all these values at home. I teach my children. It's not impossible. It's not impossible to do. It's not impossible. Teach them our heroes. They don't even know our heroes. All they know is what the white man, his mama, teach them, even about our own heroes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even know. I didn't even know. All I got when I was coming up, my mom and them, Jesus. That's all they taught me. Jesus, right? So they gave me Jesus. In February, I got Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and Harriet Tubman. And that was on repeat the whole time I was in school. It wasn't until I was in college that I even learned who people were. I didn't know who Malcolm X was. I didn't know who the Black Panther Party was. Didn't even hear a mention of them. There wasn't even a seed planted in my mind to know about any of that. John Henry Clark? I didn't know about any of that. Why? Why not? Because my parents were still too busy teaching me about Jesus, and my school, the public school, was too busy teaching me about Martin Luther King because I had to have a dream speech and Rosa Parks. So I know the work can be done. I didn't know anything until I started doing my own fucking research, and I'm grown at that point. I've been getting that shit early, at least the seed planted. I ain't know nothing about that. Why the fuck I didn't know Malcolm X? Like, how you let your kid come through life and not know Malcolm? That's why I was so proud. Some of y'all that follow me on Instagram now, they've since deleted that page. I was so proud when my son chose. They told him to be his favorite character. That's what they told him at school. He dressed as Malcolm. Because he was in, see, if they would have told me to do that, you see what I'm saying? If they would have told me to dress as my favorite character, I wouldn't even have Malcolm anywhere in my mental Rolodex to even choose Malcolm X. You see what I'm saying? It's about planting that seed. And Black parents don't do that enough. We don't do that enough at all. That was his choice, not because I didn't make him do it. That was his choice because he knew who Malcolm was. I wouldn't have been able to do that. At 7, I wouldn't have been able to choose no Malcolm X. I wouldn't have had the ability to choose Malcolm X. I didn't know who he was. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, we can do this work. We can do that work. We can do that motherfucking work. Linda Galloway says, my daughter knows who the first Black president was and it wasn't Obama. Well, that's good that she knows that. Does she understand the propaganda that came with Obama, though? Does she know Obama's trash? Does she know he's a fuckboy and that's how he should be treated as well? I think the first Black president was Hanson. Was it John Hanson? If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken. But the propaganda that came with Obama is the most important thing about that. The propaganda that came with it. Mimi Robinson says, I think religion makes our people weak. I don't just think it, I know it for a fact. I know this for a fact. Because we're too strong in that area when it comes to religion and the dedication that we put to it. The type of pride we take in religion. People take pride in religion. There's a certain type of, you know, pride that comes when somebody tell you they born again Christian, and you just see how they talk about it. It changes. I mean, there's almost they go into regal form talking about their Lord and Savior and all this shit, but then they don't got no damn pride whatsoever. You see what I'm saying? So I know for a fact it weakened us in areas that we should have been stronger in. Because it took all of our soul and that strength that we have and that aggression even that we have, and people use it to defend Jesus, to defend church, not to defend ourselves. So I know it just, you know, it fucked us up. It fucked us up. Love Child, you're absolutely right. Des B1 says, my daughter was Angela Davis when she dressed for school. Man, I used to love Angela Davis, man. Oh my God, I loved Angela Davis. When she had the afro and shit, I loved what she stood for. But the Angela Davis of today is a little bit different. But I do, but that's amazing that your daughter would choose that. That means you did something right. But I can't do Angela Davis these days. I can't do it. She made a couple moves that I just was like, man, no, Angela, no. It was almost like in slow motion. I was like, no. I couldn't deal with it. She rode for the team though. She most definitely rode. Right, religion has made us docile. Naturally, me says religion has made us docile. Most definitely. That was the point of it, though. So, religion, what you should say, religion has done its job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the entire point of them giving us that religion. That was the entire point. It did its job. When you look at some of the things that have worked on us, they did their job. You know, if you, and I told y'all, sometimes you gotta take your mind out your head and go into the white supremacist mindset, and then look back, and you'll be like, okay, you see what I'm saying? Okay, and then it'll make you be like, well, that shit worked. You know what I'm saying? That shit worked on us. It's a problem, but it did work on us. Because a lot of the things that they implement, it works on us. And I think that's what bothers me the most. It's not that they're doing it a lot of times. It's the fact that it's working. That's what bothers me. And we don't see anything wrong with it. That's what makes me, that's what the most problematic thing is to me, is that it works. What do you want to know about Marcus Garvey? Watchful girl, can you explain a little bit about Marcus Garvey? What do you want to know about Marcus Garvey? Another black man sabotaged by the American government. Another black man sabotaged by the American government. I use Marcus Garvey a lot. I be wanting people to have loud cars like that to die in their sleep. Now, that could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Morally, that could be something fucked up, but I just don't understand a person that would want a car that loud. I don't know what it does. I don't know what it does for people. But Marcus Garvey, I refer to Marcus Garvey a lot, in particular when I talk about, whenever they talk about us going back to Africa, because Marcus Garvey had a movement where he was going to get black people, not all of them. He made sure to clarify, you can't take all these black people over there, because some of them ain't worth a damn where they are. They won't be worth a damn over there either. But he's going to take a large segment of black people and go back to Africa, right? The government panicked because they don't want black people to go anywhere. They just talk that shit. Anytime black people talking about racism, they start talking that shit. They don't really want us to go anywhere because they sabotaged Marcus Garvey's movement. They sabotaged the UNIA. But he did leave us with a flag, the Pan-African flag, in which I revere what he stood for. I revere that. I revere the flag that he presented, that red, black, and green flag, the RBG, that Pan-African. I revere that because he cared about black people, all over. And a lot of times people are like, that's a flaw for you to care about black people everywhere. But anywhere where I see black people being oppressed, anywhere, it bothers me. It upsets me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that mindset is most definitely one that I think that people should have. But that was just another black man sabotaged by the government. It's tough. Yeah, you're right. Happy. Since he's best as not just the government rob, but the black boule as well. Okay, that's fair. You want to throw the boule in there? I'm down with that. Typically, the government isn't working on its own. We saw the same thing with Malcolm X. The government's not working on its own. It's going to use black people to take down black influential leaders. Just going to do that. So, I wasn't just saying just the government, but the government puts things in place. And black people typically just fall on because we're fucking sellouts. We always have been sellouts, and we don't mind being sellouts because we're not getting those codes. We get taught to be dedicated to Jesus, but we don't get the codes to be dedicated to your fellow black man or woman. We don't get that. And I think that that's something that could replace religion, and it would be an actually effective mentality for us to have, because we would see less movements be sold out by other black people if they were taught to have that same dedication, that same energy, that same willing to sacrifice for each other. And but except it's only, excuse me, it's only with Jesus, and that's a problem. I do not listen to Kuma Stevie Wonders. I do not listen to Kuma. Mad love to you, PGH Big Dog. I won't be back on here on a regular basis again. I'm only in here because my truck broke down. I'm stuck in a fucking hotel. I'm stuck here until they get done fixing my truck. So I won't be as regular, but I have been doing more videos from my truck too. So, you know, I have been doing more from there. So we've been in here clicking up a little bit more often, because I'll have a little bit of time, and we'll get it in. So mad love to you for being over here, fucking with me, vibing with me. A lot of people don't, so I appreciate anybody who takes time out to listen to me. Because a lot of people don't fuck with it. No, I don't. Stevie Wonder said you meant Umar Johnson. No, I don't listen to Umar Johnson. I used to, but I don't now. No, I don't listen to Umar Johnson. I really only listen to old scholars. I don't really have anybody that I listen to, because most people, a lot of stuff they be saying, I struggle with it. I do. I struggle with even the woke people and the stuff that we say. I struggle with it. I struggle with a lot of it. Goddess, don't you start that shit. Don't you start it. Somebody's in retrograde. Don't do it. Because then you're gonna be mad. But I have a hard time, man. Because I'm so, I just think a lot of the stuff that we do, even as the so-called woke people, I think it's problematic. So it's a struggle for me to watch a whole lot of stuff, even though I try to give people a chance. But I think that I think so much differently than other people. It makes it difficult for me to hear the so-called conscious community, to watch the type of shit that they engage in, and that people respect. That shit bothers me. So I don't really watch a whole lot. I have been trying to be better about it. I've been telling people I try to be better about it, but it's very difficult for me because these motherfuckers are being into some celebrity worship. One day they're into poverty shaming. Another day they're into, this black man, black woman, fight that's going on constantly, where people got to sit around and talk shit about black men all day or shit about black women all day. I can't deal with it. And these are the motherfuckers that are supposed to be woke. It's hard for me to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So I just stick to, I keep it light, man. I keep it real light. It is difficult though. Yeah, wow. Mad love to you, D Yarb. Mad love to you, fuck with my video. Yeah, guy, don't get me, I don't want to get on the Zodiac, because I have to bang the Zodiac up. And I know, and I bang too much stuff up, man. And that makes people not like me. Nobody likes me because I be banging up everything, and I don't believe in shit, and and people be getting mad. So well, right, you're right, Michael. It's all about the money with these black power thing for some of these YouTubers. Actually, what really, it's not even black power. That's the thing. It's black dysfunction. Black dysfunction is what makes the money, not black power. That's what's crazy to me. That's what bothers me. I guess I can't really be mad at the people who are doing the videos and doing this stuff versus the people who are watching and engaging. I mean, I'm not here to tell people what to fucking watch or whatever like that, but it's like, it's not black power. It's black dysfunction. That's what makes the money. If I get on here, say fuck black women, they ain't shit. I get tired of these hoes. I get tired of hearing their motherfucking mouth. They always got a motherfucking attitude. They ain't shit. Man, my subs are goddamn shoot through the motherfucking roof. That's all I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, there's something fundamentally wrong with that. And it's in the fact that people like shit like that. Motherfucker get on the video, black man ain't shit. He ain't worth a damn. He ain't never been worth a damn. You know, subs to the roof. And it's like, well, that ain't bridging no gap. That's black dysfunction. So it's just a bother. It's a bothersome for me. Deborah says they just arrested a 6-year-old little girl for having a temper tantrum. Long as they didn't kill her. Long as they did not kill her, that family gonna be getting paid. Now, I don't know the full story, but that sounds like somebody about to get paid. She isn't dead, is she? I mean, did anything happen? Y'all can, you know. Mimi Robinson said, Rob tough. I respect his persona, though. I appreciate it. I mean, this isn't even a persona. This is all I got. I don't even have nobody else to present to y'all. This is the only one I got. That's some bullshit, but that's why I appreciate the people that can still fuck with me, because I don't fuck with shit, man. It ain't a whole lot. Like, I really don't. I really don't. So, okay, Mia says, no, the girl isn't dead. She put her hands on the staff at school and the officer arrested her. Yeah, she might get some money. She might get a little money for that. It was on some scared straight shit. The parents called the police on her to scare her. It was on some scared straight shit. So it was the parents that called the police on it? Or what? Oh, make it make sense. Like, what y'all saying? Her parents called the police on her? Is that what's going on? Did the parents call the police, or did the school call the police to try to scare her or scare her straight, or what? Okay, the school called the police. Okay. They trying to scare her straight? She wild like that? She one of them type of kids? Okay, the school called the police on the girl, little black girl, 6 years old. They trying to scare her straight? Is that what was going on with that? So she had a temper tantrum. Okay. Oh, you can be wild. God is telling you. God is talking about how wild can you be at 6? Yeah, I don't know, but I done seen some shit. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying she deserved it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying anybody deserves for the cops to be there, but I mean, I don't know the full story. I mean, somebody gonna get some money. I mean, but I done seen some 6-year-olds, man. They making them a little big too these days. Like, I don't know. I guess, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Somebody said she simply had a tantrum, suspected child with autism. Okay, she had a tantrum. Okay. I don't think she should have been arrested. I'm not saying that, but we're not gonna sit here and act like just because somebody's 6, they can't be wild though. We gotta be fair. Like, we gotta be fair. I done seen some shit. But I ain't saying that she deserved to be arrested though. They're gonna get some money. I mean, in our outrage, they're gonna get some money for that. I'm sure. I mean, if they get a lawyer and everything like that, hopefully everything works out. Okay. She threw a temper tantrum and kicked the teacher. Okay. I guess what would y'all have done? What would y'all have done in a situation if you were a teacher? I mean, I wouldn't call the police, but I don't know what I would do. Like, if I deal with a kid that's swinging off on me, that's going ham, I don't know what I would do. Deborah says, "What are teachers trained to do? Teach." Like y'all want them to deal with. They trained to teach. Shit. I know some black teachers that would disagree. Like they trained to teach. Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't. I had 6-year-olds. My 6-year-olds don't act like that. But I do, Xander. That's a good point. Call the parents, not the police. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. But sometimes they call the parents, and the parents get down there and beat the kid's ass, and they fuck around and get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's tough, man. It's a slippery slope. You dealing with kids and shit out here like that. It's a slippery slope. Okay. Mia said bear hug them. Cynthia says 6-year-olds throw tantrums. Not mine. So I don't y'all can't just to say 6-year-olds throw tantrums. That's tough. That's tough. Mine don't. Mine don't. My 6-year-olds ain't done no goddamn tantrums. Right? Some of y'all say so. Mia said something about bear hugging. You know what I'm saying? Hey, well, I don't know who these 6-year-old rules y'all coming up with. They just 6-year-olds just throw tantrums. Like that's not a rule. Somebody failed. I mean, I don't know if this kid is autistic, but somebody failed if you're a 6-year-old just throwing tantrums all up at the school. Something ain't right. Cynthia G, exceptions do not negate the rule. That's not a rule. There's a rule that 6-year-olds just tantrum? No, that's not a fucking rule. Is it? Is that a rule? Y'all tell me, is 6-year-olds tantrum is a rule? Because I don't know this to be a rule. I don't think it's exceptional for a 6-year-old not to tantrum. Like 6? Like that's a rule that 6-year-olds just tantrum? Where is this information coming? What are we talking about? I was 6. I didn't act like that. Yes, I'm saying it's unusual for a 6-year-old to throw a tantrum. Cynthia, that's exactly what I'm saying. It is unusual. At 6, we're not talking about 2, 3, which my 2, 3-year-olds didn't even throw tantrums, but 6, first grade, you just get up and wild out? Like, what? No, that's not normal. I mean, at least not in what I observed. That's not normal. Now you saying it's a rule. I don't see anybody else saying it's a rule. I don't know that I don't know. We're not talking about white kids. But I mean, the fact that you saying 6-year-olds just throw tantrum just because they're 6, they just throw tantrum. Like, no, that's not real life shit. I don't agree with that. I'm not saying that you can't think that, but Miss Mello said my sister throws tantrums. Sadly, there are some grown folks that throw tantrums, and they out of line. But ain't nobody ever checked their ass. They should have stopped at 2. Ain't nobody ever checked their motherfucking ass, you know. And we don't know what happened. I mean, we're outside of that situation now. Deborah, we was outside. We were just talking about kids throwing tantrums. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like we outside of that situation. That situation, I don't know what happened. Y'all describing it to me. I haven't read anything about it. I'm sure again the parents gonna get some money and life gonna move on. I'm sure that's what's gonna happen with that. But we was just talking about 6-year-olds and was throwing tantrums. Something 6-year-olds just do because they're 6. Right. I don't think the cops should have been called at all. No, most definitely. But outside of that, 6-year-olds just aren't throwing tantrums because they're 6. Like that doesn't, something ain't right if that's what's going on. That means that they're used to those tantrums being facilitated and they're used to those tantrums getting things that they want. So then a 6-year-old will throw tantrums because they've been raised to believe if I throw a tantrum, then I'm going to get what the fuck I want. Deborah, we're past that. We understand what happened with her, and we're saying that's wrong. We moved past it, Deborah. We're talking about 6-year-olds now. They took a 6-year-old to jail and fingerprint her. She's gonna get paid for that. It's gonna be all right. I think she gonna pull through. I really think that she gonna pull through. I really do. But that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? For them to act like that. But hopefully the parents stay strong and then they get that bread. If the one of them did my kid like that, then we would have had an issue, you know. Hopefully their parents stay strong and get the right lawyer, and she gonna get paid for that, you know. But we were talking about, was it normal for 6-year-olds just to, because they're 6, tantrum? I believe if a kid is acting like that, they was acting like that at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got to 6. And they've been acting like that the whole time. That's how they get what they want. If they're frustrated, you've been in school situations where you will have where, you know, you may have a kid who has an issue with sitting still, don't want to do their work, just wilding out. You know what I'm saying? Like, just start wilding out. Like, I've been in classrooms like that even as I gotten older. I mean, you be in middle school, high school, you have some extra ass motherfucker. They might flip a goddamn table over. Like, fuck this shit. And this kid, I mean, this is not considered a kid in middle school. Like, man, fuck this shit. Table gets flipped. Table is flipped. At that point, I'm sitting here trying to learn and mind my business. Like, the motherfucker that's making the worst grades always causing the most problems. Like, come on, sit down. Sit down. Cynthia, that is a lie. Cynthia, where are you getting this information from? There aren't any kid who throws tantrums just because? What? I can't. I'm not dealing with that. Because that's not real shit that you're saying now. I've seen kids flip tables over for no reason. So I'll be damned if you're going to sit here and say that there's a reason. Like, there is no... Like, I don't know, man. I can't say I agree with that. I can't say I agree with that. Like, I mean, everybody got their own shit, but I done seen motherfuckers get up, flip that bitch over just because they didn't want to be in class. I mean, I guess that would be a reason, essentially. But some motherfuckers just spaz out, man. Some motherfuckers just spaz. And it be the motherfucker with the worst grades. I'm sitting here trying to mind my business. They just spazzing the fuck out. They might have had a long day at home. There could be something going on at home. You know what I'm saying? It triggers something. Motherfucker flip the table over and kick a bitch or two, and it just is what it is. But I guess if we're saying that any reason can be a just cause, then you could say, well, no one throws tantrums for no reason. If we let any reason be a just cause, maybe, you know what I'm saying? But shit, it's tough, man. It is tough. Marcia said they're sleepy and need to fight through it. Right, there's be one. That's true. There could be problems at home. You know what I'm saying? There could be problems at home going on. But a lot of these kids act like that at home. Like, I don't know why we're not factoring in. There are trash parents out here. I don't know. I get what we like to do a lot of times, but there are some trash ass parents who don't raise their kids to behave worth a fuck. And these people are not being. Everybody ain't doing what the fuck they're supposed to do. I know this for a fact. You can talk to any school teacher. You can talk to any of these school teachers and stuff like that. A lot of times they'll tell you that the parents ain't, man, come on. These motherfucking kids out here, y'all, we can't just give all the responsibility to everybody else for it. We just can't. It's tough for me. I don't do that. I can't do it. I cannot do it. A lot of these motherfuckers a lot of these kids aren't being raised. They're not being raised right. I see that. So if we as a community are going to continue to act like everybody being a super parent, when I know we not, like, we can't just do that though. You know, I can't let us do that, because I see too many parents that are just, teachers. I made a whole 30-minute video talking about this. You talk to these teachers, man, even black teachers, these kids be wild out sometimes because they're not being taught at home. So we can't just exonerate parents every time. Like we don't want to hold parents responsible for anything in our community. Nothing that goes on with our kids. It's never the kids' fault. Never, not the kids, but never the parents' fault. And it's like how I walk out, I can walk into a grocery store and see a kid wilding out on their fucking parent, and I be thinking, elbow drop that motherfucker. But now I don't say anything. I mind my business, of course. But you just in life, you see these kids wilding the fuck out, and me and my kids, we just walk through. And let me tell you how my kids know. My kids know. Like, Daddy, what would you do if we act like that? I feel like they'd be liking to hear, like, you know damn well. And they'll just start laughing or something like that. You know, like y'all get fucked up around these parts. Like, I don't, you know what'll happen to you if you got like, come on now. I think they like hearing me tell them I will fuck them up sometime, and we'll just bust out laughing and shit. You see these wild ass kids running around, but man, hell no. We don't let parents be responsible for shit. And I think we've gotten so used to that it's just like, man, we gotta talk about that shit. We can't just act like everybody a fucking super parent. Just because you buy your kid, you feed your kid, you buy your kid clothes, and you take them places, you feel like, you know, his work is done. That's it. That's all I got to do. And it's like, man, shit. No, that's tough. Britt Brat says, just had a parent-teacher conference. Out of 25 kids, I only had 4 parents, but they be at the basketball. But they gonna be at the basketball games though. Don't tell that truth. Don't do that, because that type of truth right there, that's type of truth that black people they'll be mad about that a little bit. Don't tell it. We're like, nah, like, yeah, I know this. I've been up there, and for dads to be at the school. If it's not a sporting event, it ain't happening like that, y'all. It's just not happening like that. It's not happening like that, man. Don't nobody want to put any responsibility on the parents in our communities. They're the ones raising the coons and somehow raising these little, you know, behaviorally challenged kids, and nobody wants to say anything about it. It's like, nah. By the time your kid is entering social institutions, they should know how to act. Now, if a teacher get out of line, I done told my kids, if a kid fuck with you, you got, you know, you can do whatever the fuck you gotta do. Do whatever you gotta do. I'm on my way. And I'm on your side. And you got daddy on your side, you win it any goddamn way. And we're gonna go out to eat or something when we get through this motherfucker. It doesn't matter. At that moment, it doesn't matter. But you're not just gonna flip no goddamn table over. Like, you're not just gonna flip no table over. Like, you're not gonna do that. That's not gonna be okay. You act like you got some goddamn sense out here in this world, or I'm gonna be pissed off about that, and then don't nobody want me to be pissed off. So, you know, we no. I think parenting, it takes a lot. If you enter into these, you got kids going into these social situations, and then you got teachers out here, and not even the white ones, because we got black teachers that do have compassion in their heart. And these kids, they may try to bang up the black teacher too. Now, what a lot of black teachers will do is they'll try to incorporate rap music, and they'll try to incorporate music. And I see a lot of videos where teachers turning, you know, certain songs they're doing, you know, rap songs and things like that, little dances and shit like that. It's just like, if every black teacher not gonna be like that. It's not gonna work. You're not gonna get the cool, hip, you know, listen to fucking, you know, Migos, and every teacher's not gonna be like that. So if that's the only way your kid can observe or take in knowledge, you're gonna have a problem when that kid leaves that teacher's class. That's why I like it a little bit, but I it's like I wouldn't want one of my kids to get used to a motherfucker rapping, you know what I'm saying, their multiplication tables to them. In a rap, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want them to get used to that, because all teachers ain't cool like that. You get asshole teachers, you get fun teachers, you get cool teachers. I used to always like teachers that cussed. I don't know why. I used to always like teachers that cussed. And this was up when you get a little older in the high school and shit like that. I had a history teacher. This was a white man. But that motherfucker would cuss. As he giving us the lessons and shit like that, he would cuss and everything like that. And I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to have them dick teachers who don't do shit up there. Today we're going to talk about the quadratic formula, and you're gonna get those teachers. You have to be able to, in both classes, you gotta show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how to cool motherfucker. I remember having a black history teacher as well when I was in high school. He was cool as fuck, but that don't mean every class is gonna be cool like that. Then I had in chemistry, I had a white man. The periodic table, boring as hell, slides, taking notes. You got to be able to learn in multiple situations. You just have to be. So, I be understanding what's going on with these kids sometimes, but your kid got to be able to learn in multiple different situations if they're going to enter into these social settings, and particularly when we're dealing with school. You got to be able to get everything. Sometimes you're going to be taking notes the whole goddamn time. You just notes. That's all the fuck you doing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're going to have a teacher that's cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you won't. But you got to be able to deal with both things. I do feel like we should be equipping our kids with skills to be both things. Oni Dose says there's not that much time in a day to raise a child. The child goes to school from 8 to 6 p.m. Then the child eats. I don't know why your kid in school to 6, but then the child eats dinner, shower, and goes to bed. Where's the parenting? That's why children are wild. So you telling me that my kids are supposed to be wild because of the schedule, I guess, but my kids aren't wild. So then I don't know how you can say that's why kids are wild. That's because parents are lazy as fuck. I don't let parents, make excuses. I don't allow that. I can't. You're making an excuse. And you can. I don't know who's, I guess kids you have, but I don't allow that shit. So you telling me I wasn't supposed to be able to do it? Because my children on the same schedule. They're not homeschooled. You know what I'm saying? And my kids don't even live with me. So I was supposed to fail completely. My kids supposed to be the craziest kids in the motherfucking world, right? Now, I mean, I'm there a lot, but you don't, there's no way. There's no way that's an excuse for your kid being wild. That means you don't give a fuck. That means you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Some of y'all saying after school programs. Okay, after school programs. Your kid don't get home to 6. Cool, bad, boom, 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 cool. But there was about 5 years before your kid started doing anything. You had 5 whole years. What did you do during those 5 years? We go straight to school. Like there's before school, there's 5 years before your kid enters into an institution. So what was you doing in those 5 years? Because my motherfuckers take these 5 years off. That's one thing we talk about over here too. Parents don't like it. No parent likes being held accountable for their kids' behavior. I get that. I argue with parents a lot. I have to, but it is what it is. There were 5 years. A lot of parents take these 5 years off. They do nothing in these 5 years. They do nothing. They give the kid whatever they want. They let the kids tantrum, spaz, give them whatever they want, tear up their whole fucking house. No rules, no nothing. Don't teach them how to sit still. Don't teach them how to clean up behind themselves. Don't teach them shit. So 5 years of no discipline, you send them to a school and you expecting them teachers to tell your kid to sit down and they just gonna do it. Be quiet, they just gonna do it. It don't work like that. You start discipline. You start disciplining your kid. To me, it starts early and it just carries over. You just continue to give lessons. You continue to give lessons. That's how I think it works. But I'm a dad too, so sometimes moms have a different perspective on how to curb child behavior. Moms are more giving. They're going to be more giving. They're going to bend more. They're going to bend more a lot of times more than I'm willing to bend. You know what I'm saying? They're going to bend more, but a lot of the things that we do you have certain behaviors that are going to carry on. Like if your kid is wilding out at 1, wilding out at 2, stop it. You're not doing anything to get in front of this behavior, anything to curb this behavior when they're home. They're going to continue. They're going to continue, and it's not ever going to stop. And then you got to look at yourself, because you was too excited with the baby aspect, holding them all day. And, it's my baby. They start wilding out. You just pick them up and hold my baby. They start wilding out. You just give them whatever they want. That's not how life going to work. So if you creating a situation, a false reality at your house where they going to get whatever they want to keep them cool, to keep them settled, they're not going to get whatever they want everywhere else in the world, especially not in institutions. These people don't know they're your kids. And we want to be lazy for 5 years, not do anything, and then blame the teachers when the kid. We can't do that. That, to me, I don't fuck with that. And again, that makes a lot of parents mad, because I do hold parents accountable for a lot of the things that goes on with our children. I hold parents accountable. And that makes them mad. That's cool with me. But you're not going to just take a 5-year hiatus, putting them on clothes and nice shoes and giving them everything that they want, and then send them out into the world and expect them to know how to act. It's not going to work like that. It's not going to work like that. That's where you develop who you are, who they are, who you are, what you expect from them. That's 0 to 5. Now, maybe not 0, but at least by 1, you should be starting some pretty serious behavioral, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be curving your kid to make them be the type of kid you want them to be. You're going to have a messy ass kid. You're going to think it's cute when they tear your house up. You're going to take pictures. Laugh, smile. It's cute. They acting crazy, talking back to your ass, throwing shit around. They crazy. My baby bad. With his bad ass. And send them to school. Man, come on. Come on now. Come on now. Even if your kid is in there till 6. Even if they in there till 6 o'clock. Whatever they're doing till 6. Parents will stay up. If your favorite show come on at 10, guess what you're going to do? Huh? Because, see, I know the truth. That's why parents ain't been. You can say you don't have time to raise your kid, but your show come on. You going to have time to do that? You going to have time to get that dick? Huh? Can we tell the truth for a minute or not? You going to have time to get that dick, get that pussy. You going to have time for all this shit. But when it comes to raising these kids, I be so tired. I just can't do it. It's so tiring, I've been working all day, ripping and running. My mom used to always say that shit. Like, what the fuck is ripping and running? I get the running part, but what the fuck is ripping? Why do you have to say ripping and running? Like, what is that? Do y'all parents, did anybody, maybe some country shit, you know what I'm saying? Ripping and running all day is what you've been doing. Like, what the fuck is that? Ripping and running. That's a lot of shit. People got time to do whatever. Somebody said it in here. People got time to do whatever the fuck they want to do. Got all the time in the world to do whatever they want to do. All the time. But when it comes to shit that we should be doing, like raising your kid. Jenny, you say ripping and running. I've been ripping and running all day. I'm always saying, like, what the fuck what you rip? Like, is this rough? Like, this is papers all day? Like, with the arms, ripping and running, to make it like a full body workout to show me how tired you must be. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, fine. Ripping and running. We don't even know where it came from, really. We really don't. We don't know the ripping part. But, it is what it is. But be tired as hell, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I get we be tired. I get it. I understand it. But you can't be too tired to do the discipline. You can't be too tired to do the work. You can't be. I will not allow the white man and his mama to have me so tired that I can't discipline my kids, because you know what they're going to get to do? That means they get to discipline them for me. They get to do everything for me if I be too tired, because I get that we be tired. I think that we are overworked. I don't even think, really, the work that we do, I don't think it's natural. I don't think this society is set up in a natural format. Something's wrong, morally wrong, fundamentally wrong, you see. But no matter how tired I was, you think I still wasn't gonna help with homework? You think I'm just gonna be like, well, I'm tired, so, you know, I gave my all to the white man and his mama, but I ain't got shit left for my kids? No. Because that's the fulfilling work to me. Everything I did at work, that's to make it. That's to pay some bills. The fulfillment, the little bit of joy I'm gonna get out of life gonna come from me helping my kids their homework, laughing with them, disciplining them, making sure they're not wilding out in the streets. That's the fulfillment I get. It's going to get out of life because it ain't happening at work. And I'd be damned if the white man and his mom going to have me so tired I can't raise my kids. I can't discipline them. I don't have time to do that. I won't allow it. I won't allow that. Black Jim says, I think the worst age is right before the teenagers, 11 through 13. SMH giving me hell. I can't speak on it. I can't speak on no hell. Because at no age have I ever received any type of hell. None. So I can't speak on that. But you look like you may be a woman, so you may be dealing with a different side of the game than a man would. Or some men. Because I don't play. Like I just never play. I don't play with kids. I don't fuck around. So it's just like, you know, it's different. Mama gonna have it a little tough, but daddy's typically there to be the enforcer. You know what I'm saying? You gonna make me call your daddy? No, you know, like that. That's what it has to be. Do I got to call him? Yeah, motherfucker, pull like, you see, I'm about to press this goddamn button. Now sit your ass down. You know, moms get to use that on their kid because daddy didn't play as many games. You see what I'm saying? Like daddy was. Like, I'm about to get on your ass now. Don't have your mama. I'm about to press the goddamn button right now if you don't sit your ass down. Don't make me call him. No. Kids, but that lets you know how smart kids are. Like, they know who to try. They know who to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know what to do. Because they wouldn't even respond. If these kids wasn't smart, they wouldn't even do that shit. Like, you'd be like, I'm about to call your daddy. That'd be like, I mean, daddy who? But they know. They understand that shit. They're going to be certain ways with certain people. And the way they treat their grandparents is really disrespectful. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. The way they treat their grandparents is just like... And grandparents let them get away with it. You know what I'm saying? And you be trying to figure out, like, you would have fucked me up. Like, why are you letting my kid run amok around here? Spoiling them. Grandparents will spoil them and send them home to you. Won't they? You be like, I gotta live up to this shit. I gotta live up to these type of expectations now. You done been feeding them bullshit all day. You done let them do whatever the fuck they want and they gotta come back to me. That's some bullshit. But grandparents do that shit. And you wondering where this sweet person was when you was coming up because they was throwing shoes at you. You see what I'm saying? It's like, God damn, what happened to the shoe throwing mama that I had? Like, what is this? Did my baby? My mama do that shit to me all the time. She's like, no, I don't want them to get in trouble. It's like, what? You can't protect them. Shit, try to shield them and shit. It's like, you can't protect them from this work. I done seen what they're doing. So we at least gonna talk about this. You wouldn't have took none of this shit from me. Like, what is this? Then my babies, I just can't. That's how grandparents be. It's like, you wasn't this sweet to me, and I'm supposed to be. You know, you would think I'm supposed to be the one that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have a bond. I came out of the box. You pushed me out, but you got more love for these kids, and you ain't even push them out. That's some traitorous shit, really. That's some traitorous shit, really. Because you'd have hit me. I know I would have been hit. I mean, some of the stuff you see your kids do, and grandma just like, well, that's all right. They just kids. I ain't never heard my mama say to me, y'all just kids. What? No, I didn't get the y'all just kids. I didn't get that. I guess I'm gonna have to block this motherfucker every day. We in here talking about kids. This motherfucker comes in here. Why do you hate white people? Like we gotta, y'all get him the fuck up out of here. My mom, somebody get him the fuck up out of here. I can't deal. We just answered this yesterday, so apparently this motherfucker got amnesia. Them caves. See, I think them caves. What the cave can do, because they say weed fuck your brain up, but I know lack of sun also fucks your brain up. So them caves might have them having and suffering from some type of asphyxiation. Sometimes you can get brain dead if you're not. I say asphyxiation. I mean vitamin D deficiency, and you could go brain dead a little bit, and it could cause you your temporal, your left right temporal, your temporal lobe might be fucked up. But yeah, that's what happens with them. It's that sun, man. You ain't getting no sun. You in them caves. It'll do that to you sometimes. It'll fuck your shit up. You're not getting the right type of sun, white man. Step out of the caves, get your little sun. You see? Get you a little sun. So that vitamin D tough, man. The plastic bowl says, nah, grandparents be soft with grandkids because they gotta let you suffer raising a kid doing all the punishment shit like they did when they was raising you. It's trash, man. My grandma wasn't like that. So my grandma wasn't like that. Some grandparents, you'll get some what I call the diamonds in the rough. Some grandparents ain't gonna let the grandkids do any goddamn. They'll fuck these grandkids up. You see, they will fuck these grandkids up. I done seen grandparents be about that life. Like if you make me get up, I'm fucking you up. I don't even. They'll make those type of threats. If I even have to get up, and I done seen grandparents do it. And if grandma come up out that rocking chair, it might be a long day for a motherfucker. It might be a long day for a motherfucker if grandma got to get up out the rocking chair. It just depends on what type of, it just depends, man. It just depends. Some grandmas don't fuck around, man. My grandma didn't fuck around. You wasn't just gonna wild out. There was order and structure. Some grandparents were spoiled. My mama, she not like my grandma was. And we went to grandma's house, there was order and structure. And you will get fucked up. She didn't have to whoop our ass a lot, but she had to get us a couple times. I remember. Because she didn't have to whoop us a lot. So it was like, what the fuck, grandma whooping my ass right now? This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, grandma done wild out on me. Like, she got my arm and everything, holding that bitch up. Look at her, acting like mama now. I thought I had a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would just... My grandma wasn't wild, but she had to whip our ass a couple times. It's like, God damn, I thought I had a friend over here, and grandma she with the shits too. I ain't nowhere safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nowhere safe. Grandma with the shits. How the fuck did he come back? Like, what is this? Let me see something real quick. How did he come back? I did. Maybe it'll work if I do it. Like, what is up with Bill, man? You see how obsessive white people are? And this is one of their sons. Because, you know, see what I'm saying? Something is wrong with these motherfuckers, man. The way they act is the very reason that black people should not be looking up to, seeking acceptance from, or giving a fuck about these motherfuckers because of how they act. Because of how they act. It doesn't make any sense. It was the same one. I don't know how he got back in here, but I mean, I blocked him, but like white motherfuckers, this is why I get so mad at black people for looking up to these motherfuckers. Let me take this I'll make this hard right real quick. This is why I get so mad at us. This is why sometimes I get so fucking furious with my people because I'm like, this the motherfucker? I'll hold him and his bitch up like this. It's almost like I be just swinging him like, these the motherfuckers? Y'all love these people more than yourself. These motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes me so fucking mad. These are motherfuckers you trying to impress? Them? These fucking cave dwelling ass savages? This is what we doing? That's what makes me so, it adds to my anger. Like what the fuck, black people? Why are y'all doing that? Why are y'all doing that shit? I mean, it's cool, but that's the behavior, you know, that's the behavior that it's just out of control. Actually, Miss Murphy, I'm about to get off here. I've been on here for 2 hours. I'm about to get the fuck off here. I'm about to get the fuck off here. I do appreciate everybody for coming in here, fucking with me for a little while. And again, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I mean, I know we got on the topic of parenting and we had some, we kept it light. But um, I will be dealing with this white hoe. This cave dwelling white hoe will be dealt with. I'm going to deal with her frequently. And some people may get tired and mad, but I'm on a mission. I'm going to hold this bitch to task. I am. Another one. Like, that's crazy. I'm going to hold this bitch to task. She will be dealt with. So I hope that y'all will go on this journey with me. It's going to get dark in these caves. Bring your cell phones, your lighters. Bring whatever you need to see in this motherfucker. It gets a little chilly in here, too. So if you know you're a little anemic, bring you a sweater or something, all right? We don't want to hear y'all crying about how cold it is in there. So we're going to do this work. Mad love to everybody. Y'all hit the like button, the share button, subscribe to my channel. I'll be back in here. I might even go live again tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe we'll just come in here and have fun tomorrow. Maybe we'll do that. Just be talking and shit. I like doing that with y'all too. So maybe we'll do that. But y'all just fuck with me. Hit the notification bell. Y'all know it's Black First, Second, and Third. That's what we doing around here. B123. I appreciate everybody to be repping. And shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. I'm out.